going to transition to the next part of today's programming, where we are going to have a cloud solution showcase. So that means that we have two entrepreneurs from the Women in Cloud ecosystem that are going to be sharing with you a bit about their innovative solutions. So we have two entrepreneurs today, and the first one that's going to be sharing, her name is Geeta Ramaswamy. She's the CTO and co-founder of TRaiCE.io, and Geeta is an experienced technical architect and product manager. She has over 25 years of experience in the IT industry. She's also the CTO of Minerva Software, a custom data analytics services company that she founded in 2016. Geeta holds a bachelor's in computer science and engineering from the University of Kerala in India and a master's in electrical engineering and computer science from the University of Illinois at Chicago. She is a yoga enthusiast and a bibliophile who lives in Chicago with her family. So with that, I'm going to invite Geeta to come on stage with me so you can learn about her solution. And she'll take 5 minutes, and then we'll invite Dina. Geeta, welcome.
Thank you so much, Raisa. And let me go ahead and share my screen. And please let me know if... Wonderful. I think everyone can see my screen. Hello, everyone. Again, I'm very excited to be here. And I would love to use this time to share a transformative story about risk. To begin with, in your organization, you probably work with a lot of counterparties, be it your suppliers, your distributors, your partners, or even your customers. And your organization might be a well-run engine on autopilot. However, business risk is always around the corner. And the thing about risk is it manifests in two forms. You have quantifiable on one side and non-quantifiable on the other side. Quantifiable risk, you can usually pin a dollar number to it. So what that means is it's usually related to financials, so credit, loans, and the like. And organizations typically do a great job of managing it. But when it comes to non-quantifiable risk, that's a bit more nebulous because it could be systemic, related to the environment or social or the economy, or operational related to fraud, or even reputational. So the question to ask is, how do you track risk to your counterparties today if you do? If so, how often? How recent is the up-to-date risk profile on each of the counterparties, assuming there is one on file? And do you get early risk alerts? If the question to any of the answers is no, then chances are that you're not measuring risk. And if you can't measure it, you cannot manage it. And the thing about risk is your counterparty's risk soon becomes your risk down the road. But to be fair, there are several barriers to ongoing daily risk assessment on your counterparties. And to begin with, manual financial data consolidation and combining that with subjective data analysis from the internet is just a very, very cumbersome. And it almost takes up 80% of time for your analysts. And to top that, after all this hard work that the analyst goes through, the business profiles expire in less than 24 hours. Why? Because we live in a time and age where digital data is churned out almost every hour of the day for any business on the planet. Now, imagine a system that combines quantitative financial data with qualitative, subjective digital data. So on the one hand, you have your financial applications, your credit bureau portals and the like. And on the other hand, you have your digital data from public news feeds such as Google, social media, or even commercial platforms such as LexisNexis. What if these two are combined and we can put together a single holistic risk profile? So in a sense, a quantitative numerical index that monitors risk signals 24/7 and generates early warnings. In my company, we have developed this solution called TRaiCE, which automates this process and specifically does three things. The first one is that it computes an updated risk profile 24/7, 365 on every counterparty on file. So it has coverage for 100% of the entities in your ecosystem. The second thing is it creates a single TRaiCE risk index that foretells and detects any early red flags. And last but not the least, it eliminates subjective data analysis to the extent that you can recoup 80% of the lost analyst time. To put things in perspective, I want to conclude by citing an example. Say you're a bank with 10,000 customers in your portfolio, and these customers are not necessarily your publicly listed companies that you read about in the Wall Street Journal on a day to day basis. However, nevertheless, these are significant companies for the bank. And supposing the biggest customer is running into operational fraud, and there are signals about this in the digital media. With an analyst, figuring this out is just impossible to do. But with a system such as TRaiCE, it will detect this fact in a matter of hours and propel this information to the bank so that they can engage in proactive risk mitigation action and get ahead of the risk in front of them. To sum up, if you think automating non-quantifiable risk and merging that with quantifiable risk that you can properly define can benefit your organization, I'm here to help. Again, excited to be here. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Geeta, for that wonderful presentation and for sharing about your solution. For all of you that are here with us today, you will be able to meet with Geeta out in the virtual lounge when we get to that portion of the programming. So, Geeta, thank you and well done.